Hello everyone, I'm Alicia. Welcome to my Beautiful Nights channel. For this video, I wanted to show you guys what I made with Softflex Company's monthly mystery design kit. The kit is called Garden Gala, and I'm gonna start off with the things I didn't use first because this stuff is so shiny that it makes the camera look dark and it drives me crazy. So there's crimp beads. I obviously did not use those because this is 2 stretch bracelets and a pair of earrings. I did use a lot of the metal components that was in this bag, and I used jump rings. There is a lobster claw left, and I also used 2 of the ear wires, but there's only 2 metal beads left, but I did use a lot of the stuff out of that bag. And then here are some bead leftovers, and as you can see, I have used a lot of the check fire polish beads and a lot of the other beads here. And here are pillow beads. I did not use any of the pillow beads, okay? And this is stupid. So whenever I get, what I did is stupid. So whenever I get a box like this, I used to like just put it in the bag that it came in. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to start putting it in a plastic box. So over here, I think it's empty right now. Yeah, I emptied it. So I have this box. Okay, it's an oddball. So I'm like, well, I'm going to start putting Softflex's stuff in here because the spools fit in here and these little jars and stuff fit in here. So I put it in the box, right? And I had it to the side and I pulled some things out of the box, but I forgot to take these 2 out. And I was just working along and I totally forgot about them. They were like underneath this or something. I totally forgot that I had them. So I did not end up using them. I completely made all of this, and then I go and get the stuff, the leftovers out of the box. I'm like, oh my gosh, I totally forgot about those. I think it's the second time that I have done this. Anyways, so I didn't use those because I forgot about them. But the first thing I made, going to these here, there is the beach ring wire, I didn't use that, and they did give us the ribbon and the cord, right? Or actually that's tied the package shut, but I saved that cord. I did try to put these beads on it. Only a few of them went on, like the red ones and the purple ones and these green ones here, but I kind of was like tempted to make something with it, but I couldn't get all of the beads to fit on it, so I did not. But the turquoise colored cord is what I'm talking about. It looks really good with those, and I was very tempted to use it, but couldn't get all the beads to fit on it. So what ended up happening when I started working with the Garden Gala kit is these pieces here. These are Terracast, okay? And these got me going. I love them. I thought they were amazing, and I talked about how I could just make like simple basic earrings with them, right? But when I started playing with this, I'm like, I gotta do something with these. They're just so darn cool. I love the texture of the flowers on there. And so I'm like, you know what? I got these frames. By the way, things I used for my stash was head pins, eye pins, and that's it, and pliers. Okay? So I got this here, these 2 frames in the kit. It's a bead frame, right? And I thought, man, if I, because of how it's made, if I can turn the bead frame on its side, and I just laid it down on my bead board, and there's a hole going through it, I can attach a jump ring to the top and try to stick some kind of bead in this frame. And so first I tried these, and there was a space on both sides. I'm like, well, I need a filler bead. I would have to do seed beads. And like, I don't know, I want to stick with what's in the kit. And then this was the same, I needed beads beside it. And I'm like, well, the red one, that also had a void on the left and right side. And then I'm like, oh, the rose. And the rose popped in there like it was a little puzzle piece. Look at the back of this. How the rose, I'm trying to turn this one around, I'm holding it the wrong way. I'm holding it from the back. See how the rose just nestles into that bead frame? It literally just like popped in there. And there was just enough room at the top for the jump ring and at the bottom for the jump ring. Can you believe that? That's just insane how that worked together. So what I did is I took a eye pin and I put it through the frame, and then I went to put the rose in and it did not want to go through. I could not get the eye pin to pass, so I had to gently curve the eye pin with my thumb. I just curved it, and just where it was just on a slight curve, and then I managed to pass the eye pin through the frame, through the flower, and out through the other side of the frame. And then I made a loop. Well, there was already a loop here, but I made a loop on the other side. And do you see how the loop is going in this direction? Up, right? So this here does not rotate. This is stuck like that because this is bowed. Basically, this wire is bowed outward so that it can go through the frame, through the rose, and outside the other side of the frame. And then I just thought that it was so cool. So I put the jump ring on there, attaching this part here to there, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna put this on because this kind of looks like a flower. Like, this almost looks like it's a bud, a flower bud to me. And then I have the green part, you know, of the flower and the rhinestone rondelle there, and I did a flower here at the bottom, and I put a little purple rondelle at the bottom. And I used the jump rings from the kit, and I put the green one there at the top. I was thinking about doing other beads at the top, like, did I use it? Is it in that one? Oh, I used them here. That one there, I was going to use this at the top, but it just did not look right. It had to be the green. It just made sense. But if you look at the rose, do you see how the rose has 3 outside petals? I put the one that's pointing up on the top on both of them, and then there's 2 petals that are pointing down. Do you see what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. But I just thought those were amazing. And then after I made the earrings, I'm like, oh my gosh, I put the main components in the earrings. Usually when I get the Softflex kit, I make over the top big extravagant necklaces, and here I am making over the top earrings, and it's like, well, what am I gonna do for the rest? I don't really have enough beads for a necklace. And if you remember, I forgot about those right there, so I mostly had, I thought that I just had these because I forgot about those 2 in the box. I just put the box in my bed is what I did, and I was over here working in the corner. So I'm like, well, I gotta make bracelets to go along with them. And I did have a lot of these, I think they're 7mm fire polish beads. And so this was the first one I made. I wanted to use the roses again. I wanted to use these red flowers again. And I made the same pattern that you see here with the purple rondelle, red flower, rhinestone, the green bicone. And I just did that across from itself. And then I did the rose there, like it's a green leaf coming off of the rose. And then I did 2 check fire polish beads, the silver bead, 2 check fire polish beads, and that's my pattern. And it's kind of funny how these beads, how they're in the bracelet makes it lay square. It's kind of weird. I think this one is 8 inches and this one is 7.5. By the way, if you did get the kit, you can copy me if you'd like. But I'll put it on real quick to show you how it lays. It's really cute. And then this one here, I just came up with a pattern that I can have the same colors in that I used in the earrings and in this bracelet here. So it just kind of like all went together. So you could see how... Where does the pattern start? I think it's this. Yes, that's the pattern. It's a 6mm rhinestone rondelle, red rondelle, metal spacer. Those are very heavy. Those are solid, thick, heavy metal beads. 7mm bead, and then the Chinese green crystal oval bead there. And that's my pattern. And I just repeated that. But there's my cute little bracelet. I love the gem tone colors. It's very pretty. So this is my little project here that I just wanted to show you guys. And there's been a thing going on with purple. Did you see my last tutorial? I'll put a picture up for that. Now, if you remember, I recently opened up that box that I got in the yard sale. I'll put a picture. That giant red chest. That chest is so big. I managed to fit it under my bed. And I've been wanting to tell you guys for a while now, but maybe 2 years ago or so, my back and my hips were hurting me. I'm 36 years old, so I was 34 at the time. And I'm like, I think I need to get a new bed. So I got a new mattress, but my box frame I realized was kind of shot. It must have been maybe 20 years old, but it was beautiful. It didn't have anything like physically wrong, no stains or anything on it. And so I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna get a metal bed frame. I went in onto Amazon and I found that I can get a really tall bed frame. And then I got a 14-inch mattress. And maybe a couple months ago, my back went out and I thought I was dying. I could barely get in bed. It was so bad. But anyways, the point of the story here is that I ended up realizing I have bead boxes under my bed, okay? And it was like, man, if I get this frame, I might be able to get, I think at the time it was 3 or 4 more boxes than I usually get. So the standard bead box, I'll get one for you and show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is a standard bead box, right? They also call these floss boxes. You know what I'm talking about? This is like the standard basic one. Everybody has like one of these. I think it's been a while. I think they're 11 inches or 10 inches across. Anyways, I have a ton of these under my bed because of this bed frame. And I was actually thinking about doing a little YouTube short to show you guys how insane it is, because it has become some of my best storage. Okay, so to make sure my measurement is right, I measured my bed frame, and the highest point, the very top of it where my bed sits, is actually 18 inches tall, and then I have a 14-inch plush mattress on top of it, so it's very tall. I do have a hard time getting it. I am 5'6". But anyways, I'll put pictures up of what I'm talking about, what it looks like. So underneath of the frame, I have 15.5 inches of clearance, and I have the standard bead boxes stacked under my bed. And I had one of those old-fashioned bed frames that's 2 pieces that you have to bolt together, right? And so when I got rid of my box frame, because really it didn't serve a purpose, it was very lumpy, I ended up getting this bed frame, and I realized that I had, at the time, I believed it was only 4 boxes high, and when I got this bed frame, it then allowed me to have double the amount of space under my bed that I use for bead storage and other, you know, personal belongings under the bed. So I'm going to try and put 2 pictures in of what it looks like. My bedroom is set up where I'm sitting at a corner desk beading at nighttime, and so to my left is my bed, and underneath I can see all of these boxes, and if I need something I just wheel my chair over like 1.5 feet and I just grab something and pull it out. But I'll have pictures of what it looks like. I have 8 boxes stacked tall, and I have 7 rows, and I usually have a turquoise colored Roscog that sits to my left, and my computer is actually stored in the top of that, and then I have my boxes with buttons in it. But when I pull that out, then I can access the last 2 rows. So really when the cart is beside me, I can only access 5 of the 7 rows. But when I roll the cart out, I can then access the last 2 rows. But the last 2 rows I don't use as often. So it's pretty cool, but it's just a storage thing that's hidden that I wanted to show you guys in case you've never thought about storing beads this way. And so when I got that red box from the yard sale, I found this pendant in it, right? And at the time, I was working on that amethyst knotted necklace, and also this project, which has purple in it. And so all month long, I've been feeling this purple color. It's so pretty. This was pitch black. I polished it up, but this is it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this little video here, my story. And I have a project I need to film. I probably can't do it tonight. Hopefully maybe tomorrow or the next day. I cannot wait to show you guys. It's something that I started working on a couple months ago, but so much has happened that I haven't been able to film it. I need to do a little bit more work for that project, but I cannot wait to show you what it's going to be. But this is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like this video, leave me a comment, subscribe if you want to see more of my videos, and make sure you click the bell button so that you get notified whenever I upload new videos, and follow me on my social media sites. I'm on Instagram, Pinterest, and X. Thanks for watching.